national champions, but Michigan has bragging rights. They've beaten their rivals the last 4 times. Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. So the Michigan Wolverines offense comes on the field first today. Well, Michigan versus Ohio State. Don't have to say too much more, but a lot was said after last year's Wolverine victory in Columbus. A lot of jawing. Buckeyes eventually use that as fuel to go on and win the national championship.
Usually when Ohio State and Michigan get together, not only the emotions, but the line of scrimmage decides the outcome of the game. And last year was no different. Michigan, to their credit, Mason Graham and company dominating Ohio State's run game, pressuring the quarterback, and that's what eventually led them to a victory. They didn't have a whole lot going for their own offense, but their defense was dominant. And the Buckeyes, in my opinion, I think they used that loss as a springboard to their next 4 games in a national championship. Cannot wait to see.
Who's in the clear? They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Looking to throw it again. He's hit as he throws it. Grab near the sticks. It's Simpson. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a 1st down.
The Wolverines are looking to keep this drive going. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Gets made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
A 2nd down after that completion. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the clear. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Trying to run it. It's Marshall. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
This is the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the 1st sack of the game.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense out there for their first possession. They'll be challenged today by one of the elite linebacker groups in the sport, Kirk. Impact players who fly around and are capable of just taking over football games.
Yeah, Chris, I think it's the versatility of what these guys do that really makes them so unique. I mean, they can play off ball and defend the run, and if you get into passing situations, oftentimes you'll see these guys blitz or get up near the line of scrimmage and pressure the quarterback. When you have that kind of ability, it's rare, let alone to have two of them. So that's why this defense is one of the best.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Peoples. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Throwing off play action. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, what a grab! They tackle it, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Now they're running on the toss. Here he goes. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
The Buckeyes are going to take advantage of this red zone trip. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Lets it fly to the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
Buckeyes will line up here on 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Nothing on that play makes it 2nd down and goal from the 2. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe you hold them to 3 points.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. 3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. Here, not even on a design QB run, able to create, use his legs, threaten the defense with his arm, and eventually off the scramble gets into the end zone. Great play.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3.
That makes the score Ohio State 7, Michigan 3.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Klein. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Motion now from the tight end. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's McCullough. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Makes the grab. It's Simpson. But they get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw again. The pocket breaking down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will bounce and head out of bounds inside the 10. That's a great punt. The offense will be pinned back. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Quick throw to the left. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Caught quickly. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
To the air, it's Sayin. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Catch made in space. Look out. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Running back with the football. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The intensity, Kirk, already evident this kind of rivalry game. Look, you played one of the biggest rivalries there is in Ohio State, Michigan. What was different about that?
Yeah, I think the emotions are flying around early. I think the team that's able to get down and just kind of settle in and play football is the team that jumps out to an early advantage. I always talk to Nick Saban about it. He's been in so many big rivalries as a coach, and he says, hey, what am I supposed to do? Get them more fired up when we play against an Auburn versus playing against a Mississippi State? No, we're going to be the same team every single time we go out. Kind of control those emotions is the team that's going to end up winning.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And they're trying to punch it in here. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
They're set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Ohio State 14, Michigan 3.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking to throw it on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Punt over the middle. It's McCulley. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They'll try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. With the catch, it's Moore. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. Looking deep down the left side. Catch made inside the 10. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
The Wolverines come to the line with 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The obvious move here is to go for a two-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. And he's not going to make it. That's a big stop for the defense. It's still a 5-point margin.
Ohio State 14.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Saying. A deep shot to the left side. Oh, and it's incomplete. What an opportunity for a desperately needed takeaway. Couldn't quite come up with it.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the returner will be brought down. And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's McCulley. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
The offense will set up now for the 2-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught. He'll make it into the end zone. So now they lead by a field goal here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. To throw, it's Saying. That's reeled in. It's Smith. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Powering through a tackle. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Wide open downfield.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? Here comes a handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the defense steps up here. Now we've got a fourth and goal situation. And now that you're in the second half, obviously a field goal here ties the game up. But you're pretty close. What do you think the decision is here? Do you go for this touchdown and maybe take the lead?
The offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And it's the defense who stops the clock now with 17 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play.
Man, I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They'll run it from the gun. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off target with the throw, incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Play fake, looking to throw. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game. Breaks into the open. That'll do it. Game over. The defense makes a decisive play to win it in overtime.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Dropping back, it's Sayan. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Interesting call here. 3rd and medium in overtime, where they just play it safe and set the kicker up for a field goal try to win it. They make the tackle, but nice gain. Sets them up 1st down at the 14.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Ederson call coming up on 3rd and medium. You don't want to lose yardage. You got to position your kicker for a potential game-winning field goal try. Back to throw. It's Sayan. Ball comes loose, and the defense comes up with the football.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught on the shovel pass. They go with the short shovel pass. And they bring him down. Blocker's not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
2nd down after that short completion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Tackle at the 8 after the completion.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a 1st down.
So the offense now will set up 1st and goal here in double overtime. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down that time. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Playing for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
So here we go. Biggest play of the game. Can the offense punch it in on third and goal in OT? Looking to the end zone. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they score the touchdown. Now by rule, they must go for 2 here in second overtime. And the wideout goes in motion. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. When he runs it into the end zone, that'll push the lead up to 8 points. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
So getting nothing on first down makes it second and goal from the 8. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Launching one to the end zone. And he's in for a touchdown. But still work to do. They need a 2-point conversion to force a third overtime.
Boy, how about this quarterback with the pressure on? He delivers. Great throw for the touchdown. And now they need the 2-pointer here to tie this game up, send it to a third overtime.
And now the wrinkle here in double overtime. They must set up for a 2-point try. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. And he's not going to get there. The 2-point try fails, and they're still trailing. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.